Thank you for taking some moments to watch this video. I've got with me a friend of mine, Margaret. Margaret I've known for many years, and Margaret's going to talk a little bit about the process leading up to her retirement and some of the wonderful things she's actually involved with now and some of the ways in which she feels God's still using her during this period of her life. So, Margaret, welcome and thank you. Just tell us a little bit about the process that led up to your retirement.
I'm not sure there was a process really, because I'm not sure I really prepared for it. I felt resistant towards it. I wasn't sure I really wanted to. I think I was quite fearful, but I didn't know quite what was going to be on the other side of retirement.
But in the end you did retire, and you stepped down from your paid work, and then how did you mark your retirement?
I had an invitation by family in Australia to go travelling around New Zealand, and who would refuse that? So I went, and I had a really wonderful 3 months travelling around with family, and it was just lovely. It was a real blessing.
So that's great. So a nice big event, a big holiday, and then you came back to what? How do you use your time when you came back?
Well, it was a bit of a letdown, because suddenly I hadn't got a programme for my day, really. Sundays was the only marker in the week, it seemed, but I did have one thing set up. Somebody had spoken to me about prison fellowship and being a prison volunteer, and that I was really quite interested in, but at the time I was still working. So it was only a couple of weeks after I returned from my extended holiday when this lady telephoned and said, "Are you still interested?" And I said, "Yes, I really am." And I think that was key. It gave me something to hang my week on. And so therefore I did. I went and got really involved with prison fellowship.
And that's been great, and you're still involved with that?
Yes, and I'm still involved and still enjoying it.
What other areas have you got involved in?
Gradually I took on other things. I came involved with Dorcas when that came about. So I'm a washy lady. I do the washing and the ironing for that, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy ironing. I know I'm strange. But I took up swimming, determined to keep myself healthy and active. In recent years I've also taken to going to Zumba, which is exercise to music, which is really fun. And along with these activities also I made new friends and new circles of friends, which was really good. So gradually I became involved in other things, and one thing led to another, and then I joined the National Trust, which I find interesting. I also joined NADFAS, which is like a decorative arts thing, just once a month, and I got involved there with the meeting and greeting. And that's fun, meet new friends again, meet a different circle of people. So really I've been very blessed in recent years.
That's fantastic. How do you think that sort of all the stuff you did before you retired has contributed now to how you fill your time as you're retired?
Well, we've had some amazing teaching over the last 40 years in this church, and I've learned a lot, and still got lots more to learn, but counselling and caring for people, I learned a lot of that, the listening skills which I've learned, which I found very helpful. Also, we had some amazing teaching on parenting and bringing up 2 children on my own. I found that so invaluable. And I've seen that actually trickle down into my own family. Now I've got grandchildren. That's been a real bonus and something quite surprising that I've seen trickle down through my children into my grandchildren.
That's great. I mean, finally, let's talk about your family, because one of the things that when we retire, we often have more time to spend with our family. So talk a little bit about how you're involved in your family and your grandchildren.
I have a daughter in Ireland, and my 2 grandchildren over there are into adulthood, and one is just being married and one is entering the forces quite soon, we hope. But now I've started all over again, because my son, who lives quite locally, has 2 young children, and I've been very involved with them. I sit for them on a regular basis so that they can have opportunity to go out and have time to themselves. I have the children over occasionally, and have become quite involved, and not too involved that I interfere, but involved enough to enjoy the children while they're young, and because they both go to school quite soon. So I have been really enjoying their company.
And because I know your family, I know they really appreciate your involvement with them, which is fantastic. Finally, what advice would you give to someone who was now contemplating retirement, say in the next few years? What would you suggest they do as they approach that?
Really think about what skills you've got, and begin to pray into what you think, God can use you. It's just a new season. It's not just going to sit in a cupboard somewhere. It's a new life. It's a new season. And I'm sure God wants to use the gifts that he's been honing up to now. So really start looking into things. What are you interested in? What is it you want to achieve? Because, you're still teachable. There's still time. Don't waste it.
Oh, Margaret, that's fantastic. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, thank you very much, everybody, and looking for more interviews at other times. Thank you.